It always makes me nervous when the planet Mercury is on the move. Is that going backwards, is it?
No, it's going forward. As a matter of fact, that's part of the going forward thing. It's leaving the sign of Sagittarius on Wednesday, where it's been for the last 3 weeks, and going into the sign of Capricorn. So Mercury is sort of where we put our mental energy, the ideas and stuff that we want to cogitate and bring to fruition. So whenever it changes signs, wherever it changes that sign tells you where you're going to be applying some mental energies over the next 3 weeks or so. So for Sagittarians, it's about how can they make more money? How can they, through the fruits of their own efforts, through their words rather than their back, can they make more money, increase the amount of money they have at the end of the month? And with any reasonable amount of effort, they ought to be pretty successful with it.
Good.
For Capricorns, Mercury entering their sign loosens their tongue, and they've been sort of quiet, biting their tongue for the last 3 weeks or so, kind of observing, letting things unfold. Well, that comes to an end, and starting on Wednesday, they become very, very loquacious. And if you ask the Capricorn what they think, you're going to hear it. So, got to be prepared for that. For Aquarians, this is a time for them to take a step back. This is not a time for Aquarians to act. Aquarians, we should take this under advisement. They should actually sit back, kind of review their plan, find out what is not working so well for them, kick it to the curb, and literally to rethink how they position themselves is what they need to do. For Pisces, it's a great time. This Mercury in Capricorn tells them to reach out and tap their friends or colleagues and let a group work to bring the Pisces what it is the Pisces says they want. That they can't do it alone. It's going to take the efforts of a group to do so. For Aries, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing. And they have to be careful. This is a time for throwing out seeds, planting seeds, professional seeds, that they will nurture and grow in about a month or so. But right now, it's a time for just saying, what do you think about doing this? What do you think about doing this? How can what I do make me professionally look better and get me a better professional success? For Tauruses, it's just about hard work. It's about dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, the paperwork, legal matters, educational matters, matters that require you being there in person to deal with any kind of contracts or negotiations or anything that has to do with writing or signing things. I imagine checks are involved in that as well for Miss Pat. But to make sure it's all done legally, all that is up to snuff. For Geminis, it's in the 8th house of other people's resources flowing their way. Geminis, rather than looking for new resources to tap, they should look around at the existing resources they have and find a way to maximize them or capitalize them rather than hunting down new ones. And as a result, some money falls out of the sky on them, which is always a very cool thing right about the holidays. For Cancers, not so much. This is in their 7th house of partners. And Cancers are going to find everybody's pointing the finger at them saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because they're in the spotlight for one reason or another. And they need to not go it alone. They need to make sure their partners and they are on the same page. Otherwise, there'll be grief and aggravation, and nobody needs that. For Leos, sadly, nothing but hard work awaits. This is a very big... I know. You enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I enjoy
it's time to
Listen,
work.
I enjoy Christmas wish, and it's okay.
The next 3 weeks are gung-ho, all out for the Leo, doing their job to the very best of their ability, doing their work, not taking on other stuff, but really wrapping everything up. For Virgos, it's about let's have fun. It's about amusements, pleasures, sports, entertainment, children, love affairs, anything that's fun, anything that's creative. That's what the Virgo wants to do. And I say really decorate your house for Christmas then if you're going to be that way. That's exactly right. For Libra, not so much. They're sticking a little closer to home. Rather than putting all their energy in the outer world, the next 3 weeks is really more about the Libra sticking a little closer to home, working things out at home. And to the Libra, I say something new comes to light at the end of this week. And the beginning of next week, that changes things in some way that makes it easier to either forgive and forget or let something go. But it ends up with a peace at home they haven't known for a while. And then for Scorpio, the last sign, this is no time to dawdle. They have got places to go, people to see, things to do. Short distance, short duration travel is really what is going to take up all of the Scorpio's time over the next 3 weeks or so. And if they're cool about it, they can combine business and pleasure and take a little educational trip someplace warm and by the sea, which would be very, very cool. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with Mercury, the planet of communication, going into the sign of Capricorn and culminating at a new moon at the end of the week. So
we'll see you next week and see what that means.
Always a pleasure.